What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the 3829 podcast. If you don't know by now, I am your host, Trey. Now, today we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. Today, it is just going to be me. I know usually I have a guest on these, but today I wasn't able to get anybody. Schedules were a little bit conflicted, but that's okay, though. We're going to keep rocking and we is going to keep rolling. Now, before we jump into it, man, make sure y'all show y'all love by hitting that like, that comment, and make sure you share it with, one of your closest friends, man. Somebody you think that would enjoy the content. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. If y'all don't know, I am an Indiana native, and today we are going to be talking about the Pacers, man. Now, obviously, we know that the Pacers did just come off of a finals run. And a lot of people are questioning what they will be able to follow it up with this season, especially with us seeing Tyrese Halliburton go down in Game 7 of the finals. And we know that he will not be back on the court for more than a year. So as far as him playing next season, we know that is completely out of the picture. So now we kind of have to look at the roster and just go over what we think that this team will be able to accomplish for the next season. Go ahead, kick it off. I want to spend a second talking about the player that I feel like has been getting the most attention this offseason from the Pacers, and that's Andrew Nembhard. I know a lot of y'all expected me to say Pascal Siakam, but at least from what I've been seeing, I feel like Andrew Nembhard has been getting a lot of attention this offseason. Now, some of that is coming from that highlight that he put up against Shai Alexander, hitting him with the boom, boom, step back, smacking that three in his face. We know that clip's been going crazy. But even before that, we seen him put the clamps on Jalen Brunson. Did he completely stop Jalen Brunson from scoring? No. But did he make Jalen Brunson's time harder scoring? Yes. Yes. Every game, Jalen Brunson had a negative plus minus. Or it may not have been every game. It's been a while since I went back and reviewed his stats. But Jalen Brunson, yes, he was able to score, but he didn't have an easy time doing it. And there's a reason that the Knicks didn't win that series. When on paper, it looks like the Knicks did have the better team. Now, obviously, I am a Pacer fan. I know that I was confident going in, but the outside looking in, everybody was expecting, the Pacers to fall in that series, and we didn't. And then you follow it up in the finals, you're again assigned the team's best player and Shai Alexander. So defense, we don't have to worry about that with Nembhard, and we all know that. What the big question mark is, I feel like, is how well will he be able to create for everybody else on the squad? We know that is what's going to be missing this upcoming season with Tyrese Halliburton being out. Obviously, with Tyrese Halliburton being out, I'm expecting Andrew Nembhard to step into that lead guard role, but in playing that role, we are going to need more than just a lockdown defender. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know that Andrew Nembhard can create for himself. I am well aware of that. I know that he can, put the ball on the floor and he can get you a bucket. And as well as, catch off the, shoot off the catch. You know what I'm saying? So I think Andrew Nembhard, the ceiling is, sky high for him. I'm not saying that he can just jump out and be all NBA this season, not at all. But I do think that if he puts the work in, he'll definitely be a all-star, especially with this USA versus World all-star, the all-star game format coming up. I definitely think that he will be a potential all-star next year. Now, I want to spend the time to talk about Ben Shepherd. Third year in the league he's coming into. I feel like he did really great in that Cleveland series last year. I feel like he knocked down some big shots when we needed him. And I feel like he's a guy that is definitely in a position to really break out this season. A lot of people may not agree with me, but I feel like this Tyrese Halliburton injury could possibly be a blessing in disguise for the Pacers. And let me tell you why. One, ever since the Warriors last played the Raptors back in, I believe it was 2019, there's only been 3 teams that have made it back to the finals twice in that time span. 3 teams. That's going to be the Warriors, the Heat, and the Celtics. None of those teams made it back to back. None of those teams have made it back 3 times in a row. You know what I'm saying? So realistically, with the NBA promoting parity the way it is, the Pacers, the odds were against them to make it back to the finals regardless. Right? So, here's the way I look at it. We let the young guys step up. We let the young guys flourish this season. When Tyrese comes back, now we are just that much stronger. Because I definitely think that Ben Shepherd can definitely be a most improved candidate this year. Last year he was averaging 5. I think this year he could turn that into anywhere from 10 to 14 points this season. I definitely see I definitely see that happening, and people are expecting the Pacers to fall off a cliff, and I really don't see that happening. To be completely honest with you, I think that the Pacers are still definitely a playoff team, and I said play off, not play in, play off team. So yeah, and I think that guys like Ben Shepherd are the reason why, along with Andrew Nembhard. Now Ben Shepherd can guard your number two guy. I feel like Nembhard gets the number one. Shepard can pick up the number two, and we know that he's most likely not. We know that most likely is going to go to a Aaron Neesmith, but but he can. He is able to do that. I feel like one of the best things that the Pacers have going for them is that they don't have a wink leak on the defensive side. When you're playing the Celtics, you're looking for Peyton Pritchard. When you're playing the Knicks, you're looking for Jalen Brunson. The Pacers don't have that, and it's because guys like Ben Shepherd, because guys like Neesmith, because guys like Nembhard, because guys like Matherin. I feel like not only do we have good defenders, but we have guys that can play. You plug and play. You get what I'm saying? You could put certain guys in different positions and still be successful, and that's one of the things I want to bring up next. You know what? Let's just jump into it. Listen, I understand that the J Huff hype is there, but me personally, I want to see a small ball lineup with Pascal Siakam running the center. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like Pascal can definitely do it, and I feel like it would open us up for a lot more possibilities, especially on the break. I feel like Pascal Siakam is a lot more consistent of a shooter than Miles Turner was. Slight jab, or we're not even gonna refer to him as Miles Turner anymore. He is officially Miles who? No, I'm just playing. That's strictly reserved for Paul who. But I think that Pascal is going to have a breakout season this year. I think that he is definitely going to um, flourish in this increased responsibility. I think that this Pacers team is better suited for his style of play than the Raptors were when he was the head of the Raptors. And Rick Carlisle coached Dirk Nowitzki. Like, I just feel like this system next year is going to be built for Pascal Siakam to flourish. Like we gonna see a whole different type of Pascal. Like I feel like the playoffs really showed everybody like how Pascal can really get, because I feel like for a while Pascal had been on teams that were disrespected. The last time anybody really looked at the Raptors for real, let's be honest, was when Kawhi was there. Once Kawhi left, Pascal was getting this. Like, we knew that Pascal was good. Everybody knew that he was good, but just like how y'all was saying, when the last time you heard somebody say turn on the Pacer game, when the last time you heard somebody say turn on the Raptors game. Before Kawhi got there, it was when LeBron was tearing them up. Outside of that, don't nobody ask to turn on the Raptors game, bro. And then he came to a team that, like I said, everybody was saying, when the last time you heard somebody say turn on the Pacers game? Last year, y'all couldn't turn them off. I highly suggest you not turning them off, because your team be up 20 in the fourth. Next thing you know, you get a notification. Pacers won. Tyrese hit a buzzer beater on your head. It was must see TV this postseason. But like I said, man, I want to see Pascal at the center position. I definitely want to see Pascal at the center position. I definitely think that he could tear up at that position. I think that he will be a problem at the center. Now, am I saying that I only want to see him run center? No, not at all. That's not what I'm saying at all. That is not what I'm saying at all. But I think Pascal will definitely have a breakout year this year. And listen, I feel like, don't hate me for saying this, guys. Don't hate me for saying this. But I feel like depending on the way that this year goes, with Pascal having a breakout season, if the Pacers, if the Pacers for some reason are, a play-in team or a little bit lower, come that time, we might just have to have to cash in while it's hot, man. While the value is highest. And that's no shade to Pascal. Do I want to see him go? Not at all. I don't really want to change up the team like that, and I really don't want to play him against him. I'm gonna be honest, I don't. And I really don't want to shake up the team like that before Tyrese gets back. But hear me out. With his value being at the highest, you know what I'm saying? Because it'll probably be even higher than when we got him from Toronto. With his value being at the highest, we could definitely make something shake for him. Now, I scoured the internet and I try to find some trade packages that were, put out there. And I found three that I feel like are realistic and kind of make sense. Um, so the Sacramento Kings, I seen that the Kings give us Keegan Murray, Malik Monk, and Domantas Sabonis, possibly, but it's highly improbable that we get Sabonis back. And I'm not saying that I would prefer Sabonis over Siakam, but Sabonis is always welcome back in Indiana, in my opinion. Uh, so yeah, that's one deal I seen for him. Uh, then I seen the Utah Jazz giving us a 2027 first round pick, and then we also get Laurie Markkinen along with that. I don't necessarily hate that. We definitely losing some value. Definitely losing some value. Um, and then I seen my favorite deal. Not saying I would necessarily just want to do it. It would still hurt to lose Pascal. Um, was the Atlanta Hawks giving up Jalen Johnson to kill Alexander Walker and then Onyeka Okongwu. I like that deal just because I feel like that would kind of help us out at the center position. Again, I understand that the J Huff hype is real. I understand that this man's hype train is real. I get it, bro. I'm not doubting the man. I'm just saying I definitely, we just lost a pretty solid center. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna give him no more than that. He was pretty solid, and that's really me complimenting him. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I don't think the Bucks are making the playoffs this year. But we lost a pretty solid center, so that would kind of help us make up for that. But like I said, I don't want to see Pascal get traded. I really don't. But that's just like if things ain't looking too hot this year, we want to make a move, possibly bring in some more young talent. I wouldn't hate it. Or, a developed guy that, because you know what we do in Indiana. We bring players back. You feel me? Players will flourish here like they ain't never flourished before. Speaking of, man, I'm mad that we got rid of Thomas Bryant. I'm really heated about that. Game 6 Thomas Bryant is something else, bro. Or was it even game 6? I don't remember what game it was. But I would have preferred to start Thomas Bryant over 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 that one guy that we had out there shooting 18% from three in the finals. Like, bro, what are you doing? I want a chance to win a championship. Well, one, you don't make them contenders. Two, you had a chance and you played like booty butt cheeks for the final 2 rounds, bro. Here's the thing that makes me so mad, bro. I had I never liked him, right? I never liked him. Never liked him. He was playing decent. He was playing decent in the playoffs this year. I'm like, okay, I'm messing with him now. You feel me? I'm like, you know what? That's my dog. You feel me? He been around the longest. That's my dog. That's my dog. You feel me? So I painted a whole. You probably seen it. You probably seen it. Painted a whole. You dig right? Custom. I did Tyrese, Nembhard, and Turner. Over Siakam, I did Turner. I just want you to know, I meant everything I said that day I was sitting behind your parents. I meant everything I said that day. My feelings is hurt. They will never not be hurt. But back to Siakam. I think he gonna have a breakout year this year, man. I think Siakam is gonna be an MVP candidate this year. But if the Pacers, we seen what Miles did, man. We seen what Miles did. What if he decide, you know what, I'm turning up I don't know what Tyreek's gonna be like when he get back. I might want to request a trade or something. You get what I'm saying? Where he shake. So we need to be on the offensive. We don't need to be on the defensive. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But I don't want to see him go. I really don't. I think that I think Siakam definitely can flourish in the center position in limited spurts. I think that he could get. I think we could see a boost from him on the defensive side because honestly, the stats may not show it, but I felt like when we needed a big defensive play, it was more so Siakam giving it to us in the playoffs versus you know who. You know what I'm saying? So I think that Siakam definitely can do it on the defensive side, and he still has other defensive weapons that we have not touched on yet, but I have not forgotten. We will be touching on them.
What did he say?
Episode. I'm not sure what to call this little Pacers series, but this is part one. Make sure y'all tune in to part two. And with that being said, man, we finna hit the outro. All right, y'all, that's gonna do it for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that like, that comment, and that subscribe button. Be sure to share it with a friend as well. Now, if you prefer to see, me out here talking with somebody else, not just rambling on by myself, then right here, we are talking about the WNBA and the FISA Colliers comments. It's me and Ice on there. Be sure to click that, and I'm sure y'all enjoy it. But besides that, I'm out, and until next time, see y'all later.